say it all the time. That'd be cool if somebody called somebody Doc. What's up, Doc?
Something with a Bugs Bunny.
Where you going, Doc?
Well, that Bugs Bunny thing was also a cool hip cat thing.
Yeah, Bugs was cool. He was out in front, man. He was the Fonzie of the rabbit world.
Yeah, what's up, Doc?
Yeah.
And Elmer Fudd was supposed to be the dumb white man.
Yeah.
Already they were making fun of the dumb white man. I'm going to rabbits. I'm a dumb white man.
Who's really goofy like that? Nobody. Nobody's that goofy.
Yeah. When was the last time you met a goofy white man?
Exactly.
In real life.
A lot of people on hold. I know you want to get right to them.
Yeah, that's right. These are the people that want to talk about their leader and what he's up to. I don't know why everybody's so surprised. He said in his book, if things ever turn nasty, I'm going with the Muslims.
And sure enough,
he said it right there in the book. I guess you didn't read it. Lee, what's on your mind?
Well, first of all, as a retired Army service member, 2 tours to Iraq myself, I say if Obama wants to send our guys back overseas again after we've been war states for over 10 years, and y'all talking about sending John Kerry or John McCain's kids, why don't Obama send his kids over so he'll see how the rest of the public and the rest of the service member families feel?
Lee, there's only one problem with that. Obama ain't going to do that, and Obama gets to be the boss of who gets sent where.
More than one problem with that. The children are also too young.
I don't think so. I think they can fight. That oldest one could put up a pretty good fight, I'm pretty sure.
San Michelle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But not with her Secret Service group, not with her secretaries and all of her minions and all this
stuff.
This
way.
Put her in a uniform and send her over there with the rest of the group.
When it comes to fighting, I'd much rather have Michelle Obama fighting for me than Barack.
Amen.
I think she'd be badass. I'm pretty sure he would not. Ryan, what's on your mind?
Hey, good morning, guys. How y'all doing today?
Hey, pretty good, bud. What's up?
Good. Hey, as a former Special Forces member myself, I was just going to comment. We learned nothing. In the 1980s, we go into Afghanistan, Green Berets and CIA, train the Mujahideen, arm them with surface-to-air missiles, and here we are today, 13 years later, where we've been fighting the same people we've trained. Now we're talking about going back into Syria, going into Syria, period, training those guys, and what do they think out from?
Well, here's the thing, Ryan. Remember, people like Barack Obama, Jimmy Carter, they don't fight wars to win them. They fight wars to distract you from the other crap they're up to. And the people like John McCain and Lindsey Graham want to fight wars because they represent Textron and Bell Helicopter and people who make missiles and things like that. So they all have different... that whole thing about we're fighting for American freedom, is American freedom in Syria? I don't think so.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, never has been. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for your service. Justin, what's on your mind?
Hey, good morning, guys. Big fan of the show, and I'm also a service member. I've been in the Guard for 2 years. I'm an MP, and I just get real tired of everything I'm hearing on the TV about Congress passing this missile strike and saying, we're not going to have boots on the ground. But, I've never known that we've had a conflict where we didn't have to put boots on the ground. And
well, here's the thing. Remember, Vietnam started with a few advisors to train the Vietnamese. That's how the whole thing started.
Really?
And then some Vietnamese guys shot at our advisors. They go, well, we need some other guys to protect our advisors.
We need about 150,000 to start.
And then they shot at those guys and said, well, we're going to need a few other guys to protect those guys from getting shot. And the next thing you know, there's 50,000 people there.
Let me ask you this, bud. I know you're already tired of all that stuff. How do you feel about maybe going over there one of these days and either fighting side by side with the Al-Qaeda boys or training them to fight?
I'll be honest. Until I talked to my friends and family about here recently, I don't want anything to do with it. Now, I don't mind. I signed up. I wanted to serve this country. I want to protect this country. I love this country. I'd give my life for my friends and family, but for them, hasn't Obama said that these were the bad guys? Didn't he harp on Bush and give Bush a bunch of crap?
No, remember, once again, in his book, in Obama's book, he said, when things ever turn, I'm with the Muslims. He actually put it in his book.
My question to you is simple. What are you going to do? What are you going to do when your commanding officer tells you get on that plane, get on that ship. We're going over there to help Al-Qaeda take over.
They can put cuffs on me.
There you go. There you go. That's the thing. See, when they tell you, hey, we want you to hop in the back of this Toyota pickup truck with these 30 other goat herders.
This is getting very serious, and I don't like it.
No, I ain't gonna hop in the back.
I'm very uncomfortable about all of this.
I'm not jumping in the back of the Toyota with the 30 other goat herders, okay? Not doing it.
Let's face it, America has done some pretty stupid things in war in the past many years. I was told that we were going to stop doing those stupid things once we elected Barack Obama as president because he was going to be the diplomat.
How stupid are you?
He said...
Every president...
He said...
When they elected Jimmy Carter, they said that. When they elected Franklin Roosevelt, they said that. When they elected Teddy Roosevelt, when they elected... And this goes way back. Otis, what's on your mind?
Yes, sir. I'm a former Marine, 2 tours Iraq. I want to point out to a comment y'all made earlier. He said they were trained, military was trained to take every order when it was given by command, and it was like word from God, but that's not true. If it's an order that you can see is stupid or incompetent, don't listen to it. And secondly, I agree with you completely. If they want you to go over there, I think every service member should stand up and walk away from their post, go home to their families, hug their wives and kids, and say, I'm not working for this.
Remember one thing, though. This insidious beast who's in the White House right now, one of the things they've done over the last 5 years is got rid of every commander that was a common sense, Norman Schwarzkopf kind of trained fighter.
A brain, and that he could use it to think on his own.
One of the questions they asked as a new litmus test of whether you were fit to be an upper commander in the hierarchies of the Pentagon was, are you willing to turn guns and fire on American people? And if they said no, they were out. That's got to scare the living crap out of just about everybody, isn't it?
Luckily, our military men and women are stepping up, and they're letting you know that they are still thinking people out there. They got a brain, and they don't care for this Obama character much.
Shane, what's on your mind?
I just wanted to say that if Obama dies and he goes to meet Allah, that 50 virgins that he's going to get are all male virgins.
You know what? I think he's going to be fine with that, from what I hear.
Stop it. You guys.
That's what I heard. I'm just saying. You know, I'm no expert on these things.
Y'all brought up the Ku Klux Klan a few minutes ago because they had a meeting with the NAACP in Wyoming. We talked about that yesterday at the head shed where I cut at the salon.
People thought this was a big national, just in Wyoming.
But somebody brought up the fact that the KKK was originally created to defend black people.
That's right.
In the 1860s, right after the Civil War, up through the early 1870s, the Republican Party, Reconstruction, because they were in charge after the Civil War, established the Klan as a political and economic party to promote equality for black people. That's what's so...
Wi-Fi struck in.
Angry Democrats that had just got defeated in the Civil War were out to get the black folks.
They said their primary goal was to reestablish they said the Democratic Party was trying to reestablish white supremacy in the South through victories in state legislatures all across the southern United States. The Democrats were promoting white supremacy. The Republican Party was trying to stop it and equalize blacks after the Civil War. The Klan then went away after a while.
And then came back different.
When it resurfaced, it was, mainly what it was a bunch of guys that really thought the hoods and robe thing was a cool idea.
Well, it was secret. And nobody knew who you were. You were a secret society.
You hide your identity, and you look like a ghost out
By the way,
nighttime.
when they came back, it was mainly Democrats that were into the hoods.
What's so puzzling about all this is that after the Civil War and all the way up through these Jim Crow laws, the Democrats were the ones who were keeping the white or the black man down.
It turned. A lot of people don't really say, how did this turn? When did this turn? It turned in 1964, Lyndon Johnson, the Great Society. Prior to that, Republican was pretty much the party of the black folks.
And that's when the Ku Klux Klan reemerged for the third time back in the 60s during the whole civil rights movement. And then it was different yet again.
And no, I've never been a member of the Klan. I don't approve of the Klan activities.
So when these boys got together with the NAACP group, they probably talked about the early years.
Yeah, back in the day.
Probably something they went with let's go back to the beginning.
Back in the day.
Straighten y'all out on a few things.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
You know what happened, though, was really a kind of a crazy twist. The KKK guys agreed to show up without hoods on at the meeting, but the black dudes showed up with hoodies on.
No.
Yeah.
That's scary.
It almost